The classic injection bypass. Well, a classic injection bypass can occur at any place. For this example, I will be using an application that I developed. It's called SPVA, Sagar Bansal's Vulnerable Application. So you can go to this login page, and this is the place where I'll show you how to do a classic injection bypass, because this is the easiest to understand. Now it's a simple login page. If I do anything like admin, which is a wrong username and password, it will not throw any error and not even say that the username is wrong or the password is wrong. It's completely disabled with the errors. However, if I use a correct username, which is Sagar, and if I use a correct password, which is Bansal, it'll go ahead and log me in, as you can see. Now I can log out, and this is the place where I'll try to do a classic injection bypass. First of all, we need to understand how the code of this application is working. To make it easy for you, let me show you the command line, and I'm going to show you the tables here. There are two tables. We will use login table. Now you can see in the login table there are just three entries: ID, username, password. ID is 1, username is Sagar, password is Bansal. Now what do you think the backend of that website is using? As PHP, the query might be select start from login, where username equals Sagar and password equals Bansal. Let me show you how. So this might be the query that the website is using. Select start from login, where username equals Sagar. Now you control this Sagar by putting it in the website over here in username field. And you also control this Bansal by putting it again in this field, which is password field. The ability to be able to control these fields, which are being directly used as an input in an SQL query, is very dangerous, and that is where you can do a classic injection bypass. Let's look at it carefully. Since I am the one who controls what I will put in the Sagar, can I not go ahead and put SAG in a double quotes space? Now do you see what just happened? I just created SAG as the variable, and I have got the ability to write some code here, and this all is an additional thing. It was not supposed to exist, right? This was never supposed to exist. It was supposed to be and here. Well, I just break this double quotes by putting a double quotes. And that's where the classic injection bypass works. So instead of this thing, I may put Sagar and a double quotes to break, and then or 1 equals 1. Which is basically that check if username is Sagar or 1 equals 1. That is a classic injection bypass. However, there is a small problem in this. This quote is never supposed to be here, and this quote is never supposed to be here. In such a case, we may go ahead and utilize this quote by putting one quote here, one here, and one here. And similarly, we may use it by putting it one here, and one here. Now, this is a perfect SQL statement. Select start from login, where username equals Sagar or 1 equals 1, and password equals Bansal or 1 equals 1. So basically, I can go ahead and press enter, and this will work. However, even if I give it a wrong username and password, like admin this time, this will still work, because the statement of where clause is being nullified by the statement of or clause in both of the cases. This password and this username doesn't matter until 1 is equal to 1, and this will always be equal to 1 because this is a tautology. So that is how you do an SQL injection bypass. There are many other ways to do that. Maybe you cannot put these double quotes in certain situations. Then how do you do that? So for an example, if you're breaking it from here and you're typing or 1 equals 1, then you may want to go ahead and remove the whole part from here by commenting it out. Comments in SQL depends on the product. In MySQL, you can use a hash sign or a minus minus sign or minus minus space minus sign or a slash asterisk sign. There are many ways to comments, and some will work, some will not work. So you have to try all of them. Let's try with hash. As soon as I press hash, all of the preceding code will be marked as a comment. So my query is select star from login where username equals Sagar or 1 equals 1. That's it. Everything else is being ignored. Now let me try to press enter and let's see if this works. And here you go. It's asking you for a semicolon because this semicolon is getting ignored. So there should be a semicolon before this comment sign. I'm going to press this, it'll work. However, a good query will be putting a semicolon over here before this SQL sign. And now you see, it works perfectly. So I can go ahead and try another type of comment like minus minus. That works as well. I may try minus minus space minus. In certain cases, minus minus doesn't work, so minus minus space minus may work. However, here you may say that, you know what, this is just getting commented out, so it doesn't matter whatever I press here. And, you know, I can even write this thing, it will all get commented out. However, as I said, in certain cases, minus minus doesn't work, minus minus space minus works. So you may want to keep that in mind. It works. I may want to try with a slash asterisk. This also works. And here you can see suddenly something has changed in my database and it doesn't look correct. So it is asking me for a star slash, you know, to close the comment. It's a multi-line comment. You can comment multiple lines by putting slash asterisk and then asterisk slash to close the comment. And it'll keep asking me for it until I close it. Now I am back in my database console. So we will not close it because if we close it, then this statement will not get commented out. Hence, in certain cases, we just keep it open. And the system automatically ignores this part sometimes. This one is risky, but works. Now that you know how it's working, let's go ahead and try to bypass the website itself. So I will put in a username, double quotes, or 1 equals 1, and then a hash sign. I will copy the same thing and put it in password, though it doesn't matter, so we're just commenting out the rest of the thing. Oh, we just forgot a semicolon here. Now let's try the login. Well, that didn't work. What just happened? Let me tell you one thing. In certain cases, this double quotes can be replaced by single quotes. It completely depends on what the developer has decided to use. So in this case, the website is not using a double quotes, the website is using a single quote, which is a common practice. So the website is using these single quotes instead of double. Hence, to break out from it, I need to put a single quote here, not a double quote, and then I can press or 1 equals 1. So in the website, I will put a single quote here, not a double. And now I can press login. And you can see I was able to log in without putting any password. That is how a classic injection bypass works.